So hi, welcome to Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
Dan from All Good Things.
and we're asking some questions today about their upcoming album, A Hope in Hell. I'm going to start. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
Oh, thanks, man. It's been good. A lot of people have been waiting a long time for this record. So, yeah, it just feels good to finally have a date. We haven't had a date for years. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time. So, yeah, August 20th, we've been counting down the days.
How long have you been sitting on it for?
Yeah.
We sat on it for, since the pandemic. The album was like ready to go. We were ready to tour and hit the road right when the pandemic kind of hit. So it was a lot of rescheduling and replanning the release dates and tours and everything. So, yeah.
All right.
Ouch. That must have hurt. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of waiting for sure.
Definitely. So is there any meaning behind the album name or cover art?
Yeah, there's definitely, it's a both. Hope and Hell was, I think as far as lyrically, it just kind of is what we need right now as far as like the whole virus and everything. So we really kind of were leaning towards that as artwork. And, we have a really talented artist we found named Vitaly, who's making a lot of our artwork. He made the cover and, yeah, he crushed it. We kind of want to create like a classroom, like a post-apocalyptic atmosphere where a girl's just kind of focused on like her art and her life and what she thinks is important, no matter how shitty everything around is, like everything's burning down, her teacher's dead next to her, but she's still trying to learn and better herself. So it was kind of like there's also like a cool little rose on the table too, which kind of shows a little, sign of life and a sign of, something new to come. So yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wow. Okay. That's sick.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this record?
Yeah, for sure. The band started as a licensing project, so we were really just kind of studio musicians writing for film and TV and commercials and stuff. So, when we kind of pivoted, signed to Better Noise Music, and we started working on this record, it became more of just trying to create a collection of songs that all work together, and as opposed to just writing stuff that we hope to get placed on TV. So it was a little bit of a different angle we took, but yeah, just kind of we piled up like 30 something songs and narrowed it down to some favorites of ours, and we're happy with the collection of 13 we came up with.
How'd you go about cutting all those down? Did you know that some of them were duds?
Or I don't want to say any of them are duds. I'd rather kind of release them at some point. I think it was just like certain songs work together with these ones better than others, or maybe they weren't as positive of a message and it might not be on the same record or something. So a lot of them I don't think they'll be shelved forever. I think we might maybe there'll be a B-side or go on in the next album. Hopefully there's definitely some really good tracks in there that I'm not going to give up on, so we'll be fighting for those. There's a few that even we teased during live streams over the last year, and our fans have been like, they've seen the track list come out and they're like, dude, where's that song? So
yeah,
if they keep asking for it, we'll definitely leak it at some point.
Okay, good. So you actually have 3 very impressive features on this record. How did those come about, and what was it like working with everybody?
Oh, the first one was Hyro the Hero, which that's the last one everyone gets to hear. But we saw him down at, I think it was the Wiltern in LA. I always forget the venue where I saw Hyro for the first time. But was just super stoked with his energy. He's got this awesome flow and kind of timbre to his voice that's super unique. And yeah, so we were looking for someone to kind of take a bridge and go crazy on it. And he was the perfect guy to kind of jump in there and take it to the next level. And it was kind of the same thing with Hollywood Undead. Our song For the Glory really took off, and it has kind of a rap rock bridge, which I don't really, ever consider myself being like a rap rocker or whatever, but I had fun doing it, I had fun writing. It's awesome. But, kind of moving forward, it was like, hey, let's find some guys that do this, for a living, like Hollywood Undead and Hyro, and that can take it and, bring their own style and something unique to it. And Hollywood Undead did exactly that. And now we got the new Craig Mabbitt song that just came out. Craig from Escape the Fate was on the comeback, and that seems to be really well received so far. I just shot a music video for it over the weekend. So yeah, we're looking forward to putting the video out and the album. It's gonna be great.
All right.
Solid. Wait, so did each artist that you worked with, did they write their own part, or did you kind of come with the verses that you wanted them to sing or rap? Just like, hey, can you do this for us?
It depends. For the most part, it was, you kind of do your thing. Hyro definitely came in and didn't even, give us any idea what he was going to do. He just kind of went on it behind the mic and spat, and it was like the coolest thing ever. So Hyro probably did 2-3 takes, and we were like, yeah, bro, we got it. We're all good, man.
Only?
Yeah, he barely did anything. He did like a little ad lib at the end of the song where he was just kind of yelling like, never will I ever make excuses. And it was just this badass energy he brought. And we were like, dude, just do that like 3 more times and you're done. So he crushed it. Hollywood Undead, same thing, sent that to them. They were real quick, turn it around, send it back to us. We just mixed it, and then it is what it is. And it was this awesome new, bridge section they kind of expanded over and wrote a longer rap, which was really cool. Yeah, and then Craig was the last one, which he that was a little different because he sang a verse that was already kind of written there. But just hearing his voice over mine was super cool because the song was kind of done, and then hearing his voice come in, and he's got a totally different timbre and kind of tone to his voice and some cool vibrato and stuff. So kind of hearing it get layered over after I was already used to the way the song had been sounding, it was cool just to kind of see the new life he kind of brought to it.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a brand new song.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, because that was honestly one of the first ones we wrote towards this new album. So, it's cool to bring some new life and new energy towards it. It was probably the first song we did write. Yeah, maybe second towards the new album. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's been fun to collaborate with all these awesome artists. We're really lucky to be on an awesome label with such a cool roster, and everyone's kind of seemed to have each other's backs and help baby bands like us, make our way. So it's very nice that they're able to collab with us and give us their time. It's great.
For sure.
And actually like put work and effort into it as well.
Yeah,
it's not
100%.
just kind of like them, giving half of their heart, I guess.
Yeah, totally. I think most musicians are always going to try to give it their all, So
Exactly.
It's definitely they crushed it. We're super stoked with it, with all of them, really.
Hell yeah.
She should be.
So what song took the longest to write on the record, and which one is your personal favorite?
It's definitely that one with Hyro, man. The longest to write was Do It Now, with Hyro the Hero, just because we just kind of rewrote that chorus a million times. We just we got stuck. That song is all about the intro. There's you guys haven't heard it yet, but there's this massive intro.
We have.
Oh, okay. You have heard that. All right, sweet. So you have heard some of the new album. I love it. You're like some of the first ever then. Massive intro that was just kind of hard to keep that energy up, so we had a hard time trying to top that, and ended up rewriting that chorus like 4 times, and the bridge, we're just like, I don't know where to go from here. So that's why we called up Hyro. We're like, dude, we need you to, it was basically me and him in like a yelling battle towards the end of that song, which just kind of all like builds up to this like giant moment at the end, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that one took a while. I feel like it was probably like a month before we actually wrapped our heads around how that song was going to turn out. So we kind of kept going back to it. It was one of those we never quit on. It was like, we'd shelve it for a week or two and be like, all right, we'll mess with it today, and then it wouldn't work, and we shelve it for a week and pull it up again. And it ended up being one of the more unique ones on the album, I think.
So since like you kept on like it was a labor of love, did you know going in while you were working on it this song was going to be a keeper? Is that why you kept on going back to it?
Yeah, just that intro that Andrew kind of came up with on the keyboard was just like, oh dude, I want to, makes you want to walk into a boxing ring or whatever. It's just kind of like get in front of a bunch of people, and like it's just it's just like once you hear it, it's just an adrenaline kind of pumping synth thing that I was like, dude, yeah, it's it reminds me of another old song that that was just we just didn't want to give up on it. It was a fun one, so I just kept going. It was the last song we finished on the record too. It was I just kind of was like, dude, that intro just needs to be on there at some point, even if it's just the intro to the album or whatever. So yeah, that was one I kept fighting for, and it actually made it. I'm surprised.
That's good.
And what song is your personal favorite?
I keep changing the answer to that, but I would say probably Push Me Down. It's kind of a high energy, super fun vocal one, kind of exercises my voice a little bit. It's like all over the place. It's like super high at the end, and pre-chorus is really mellow and kind of emotional and stuff. So yeah, definitely that one. That was a lot of fun, and just kind of a departure from other All Good Things stuff. A little more up-tempo energy that we don't bring to a lot of the other stuff.
Solid. So can you tell me where headspace is at while you were creating this record?
Oh man, all over the place. I mean, we actually did most of this before the virus hit. Ironically, all these songs kind of feel like they were written during a pandemic, but before, I mean, it was a lot of a lot of it was like self-doubt and like wondering if the album was ever going to come out and wondering if we're ever going to be able to release new music. So a lot of it like hold on and stuff was kind of self-reflective and stuff. So it just kind of depends. I mean, every day you go into the studio with a different mood, and sometimes you're inspired by a movie or whatever in the background or whatever it might be, or a song, or just a synth might inspire like a feeling that kind of just sends you on your way. So it just depends. I mean, every day is different. And I think we've been through our ups and downs as bands, and you can kind of see it in the lyrics in this one for sure.
For sure. Right. So how do you recommend that your fans listen to this record for the first time? In the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on, at a party? What do you think?
Oh man, yeah, I mean a party for sure, dude. Crank it up, and the more people the better, dude. It's all about adrenaline and getting people pumped up. So yeah, definitely if you want to do it alone, crank it up in some headphones in your car. But yeah, definitely, man, more people the better.
All right.
Yeah, we're excited just to try these songs out on tour. This fall we're going on the road for I mean, our first date is the 16th, and we're out for about 7 weeks. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, excited to play all these brand new songs for people for the first time and see how they react.
It's gonna be so sick. I'm so excited for you guys.
Hopefully the world doesn't end before then.
Yeah, exactly. Man, exactly.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
For sure.
For sure. So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words.
Ooh, man. Songs for the apocalypse.
Well,
I mean, usually we say it's songs to help you get through the end of the world is what we've been kind of saying, you know, but it's like, it's what we're living through. And it's like all kind of big motivational, like arena rock that's like kind of made to get you out of the funk and the depression that we've all kind of been stuck in, you know, like there's a lot of people that have kind of found us through, you know, through struggle or whatever, through injury or, you know, just need motivation. So I think it's motivational rock music to help you feel better about yourself, you know?
Okay.
All right.
It's good.
So what's your favorite memory from creating this album?
Oof. It's a lot of the same memories, man. Sitting on that orange couch in the studio for days on end. You know, favorite memory. I think it was just kind of rapping that song with Hyro and knowing like it was kind of done. It was like we never saw the light at the end of the tunnel. We were always kind of like, when's the last song? When is it done? When is it approved? And it just felt like it was never going to come. So it was like one day we randomly sent in that last song we submitted was, I think, either Undefeated or Do It Now. And it was like, as soon as we submitted that, like out of nowhere, it was almost like, oh, this is great. And your album's done, by the way, it's like approved. And we were all just like, wait, what? I didn't know if it was, what the hell's going on? I don't know. It was just out of nowhere. We were just so relieved that we, I don't know. I was honestly burnt out by the end of that recording process. We'd been in the studio for like so many months on end. I was like just dying to tour and get out and hit the road and just, you know, do the other side of the band life. And yeah, we were just kind of trapped in the studio for a while. And then as soon as we were done, it was like, we had all these tour dates booked, and then the pandemic hit and we had to kind of rethink everything. So yeah, we've been just, you know, patiently waiting as much as we can here in LA and, you know, gearing up to finally hit the road. We can't wait.
Why are you guys in the studio for so long?
Oh, because we have our own studio. There's no time limit, you know.
Okay.
Everything we do is self-produced and self-recorded, really. We've only had like, you know, a couple guys come in to help with a couple like KJ Strock came in and co-wrote the chorus of that Do It Now song, but usually everything is just kind of in house. You know, usually the 3 of us kind of bashing stuff out. And yeah, when it's just us recording, doing everything, it's like you can always go back tomorrow and add harmonies, and you can always go back and revisit a bridge or a verse and, you know, change stuff up. So, you know, the freedom of not paying for studio time, kind of, it's a blessing and a curse because you never really know when to call it quits, you know, when to call it done. But yeah, luckily in this band, Liz does a lot of the you know, usually I do a lot of my vocal editing myself, but with this band in particular, she's really great at kind of instructing what she wants to hear. She does a lot of the vocals or the lyrics with me. So it's kind of a 50-50 kind of collab there. And she edits a lot of the vocals for this because she kind of knows what she wants to hear out of me, which is kind of nice too. So it's a little stress off my shoulders too, versus the other music I've been used to recording. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour, you're at a gas station, you're going in. What is your snack of choice?
Ooh, man, I don't know why, but I usually go for Gardettos, man. I don't know why. They're just like,
what are those?
Just like pretzel thingies that are probably really bad for you. But that are like, I don't know, man. Like, probably just an energy drink. I've been drinking, you know, that's what I'd go for first. I mean, we're going to be, yeah, that's the thing about gas stations is I try not to eat endless chips and stuff like that. I mean, it's so hard not to, but, you know, that's, you know, we'll be doing it, man. Cheez-Its. I'm all about the Cheez-It life too. So
that's good. That's good. Do you have a specific energy drink like brand?
I've been drinking those yerba mates lately because, or those bangs. Sometimes if I'm really tired, like kind of like today, I want to go grab one of those things because I feel like they just immediately make you insane. It's probably, you know, I can't really finish them because I go bouncing off the walls and start shaking. But yeah, I don't know. I've been trying to keep my caffeine intake level a little bit lower than it used to be. I'm usually a caffeine fiend, so yeah. But the yerba mate thing has been my jam lately.
All right.
Those bang things will keep you up for the entire night.
Yeah.
For real, man. It's like Four Locos back in the day. They just took the alcohol out. You guys are old enough for that stuff, but yeah, those things were wild.
Crazy.
So where do you see the band in the next 5 years?
Man, hopefully, you know, with another album under our belts, maybe 2, and a lot of touring experience. You know, that's the one thing we're kind of lacking as a band is individually we've played, hundreds of shows in different bands and projects, but for All Good Things, we're just kind of new to playing on stage together. So just getting a lot of tours and under our belts. And I don't know, I'd love to be touring in Europe and get out of the States. Hopefully if the pandemic kind of slows down and we, kind of seems like we're moving in the opposite direction right now, but fingers crossed, we'll be able to make it out of the States and go check out Europe, because we have a lot of really supportive fans over there. We get a ton of messages and a lot of cool people on our Discord, and yeah, just really great support from Germany too. The rock radio over there has been spinning for the glory, and it's been awesome. So yeah, can't wait to get over there.
Hell yeah. Do you guys have at least dates like tentatively booked over there that you can tease?
That's the thing. It's just with COVID, everyone's kind of like hesitant to really confirm a lot of stuff. Yeah, even today, like our drummers, and he does other projects too, and he just found out his whole European leg of something coming up got canceled. So it's like, I think everything is kind of up in the air, and I think everyone's a little nervous about what's to come, especially us. I mean, we're always kind of in the back of our heads worried someone's going to pull the plug on these dates. We want to do them so bad. So it's kind of like, worst nightmare, worst case scenario. But yeah, just, we're trying to get over there as soon as we're allowed to, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hope you get over there soon.
For real.
Mm-hmm. So for these last couple of questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
All right.
Sick. So we're going to go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Ooh, last meal with a drink. It's like some crab legs or something.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, right. With like a really nice IPA.
All right.
Solid.
Very good. Yep. So if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
Dang. I'm such a Simpsons fan, man. I'd go to Springfield, go check it out. I'd go down to Moe's, hang out with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Check out Quickie Mart. No, I love the Simpsons. I think it'd be awesome. I don't know why I just thought of that, but I think it's because half the crap on my wall behind me is just seeing it in my camera reflection. I was like, oh, that's where I'll go right there.
Perfect.
But yeah, totally. I'm a big Simpsons fan. Always have been since I was a little kid. So that'd be awesome.
All right.
Solid. Good choice.
What about you guys? I got to throw that back at you.
Sorry, Wimpy Kid.
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Thank you. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person who's spoken has actually said it is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Oh, wow. Green.
You have a specific shade of green?
I don't know. Since I was a little kid, it's always been green. But then when I grew up, I was like, oh, I like blue better. But I feel like I have to stay true to myself and stick it out with the green. But I've always just loved like forest green and like I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. And if blue was your favorite color, if you decided to, switch over for a second, what would your favorite shade of blue be?
Ooh, I don't know. There's so many good ones. I don't know. It's such a funny question. I love it. How about my answer is blue-green?
Blue-green. Okay.
That's
so like
good.
a what is that? Like turquoise?
Yes.
Teal?
Yeah. Something like that.
I can't be teal. That's the Sharks. That's my drummer's favorite hockey team, and I can't be a teal fan. All right, I'm switching back to green. I never liked blue.
Okay. All right.
That's fair. Yeah, never liked
Fuck
blue.
blue.
Hate blue hair. Exactly.
Exactly.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we had today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess just if you want, check out the website, allgoodthings.la, or find us on Instagram. It's All Good Things Rock. Same with Facebook, YouTube, and check out our tour dates. We'll be on the road from August 16th, 7 weeks with POD and From Ashes to New. Then we're back at home in LA for a couple weeks and out for another 7 weeks with Starset and The Word Alive. So a lot of tour dates coming up. And yeah, the big news is the album dropping August 20th, A Hope in Hell. So check out All Good Things, A Hope in Hell, August 20th. We can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Well, thank you for staying with us. This has been Dan from All Good Things, and we've been the Good Noise Podcast.